welcome to D20 Deathmatch! That's just a lot of noise.
I'm so freaking excited that it's fight day, and I also brought a ton of snacks, including hot dogs, but we ran out of mustard over at the concession stand, so we don't have any mustard. But I also brought nachos, and everybody loves nachos.
That's a lot of words. I'm literally in bed as the Lord of Fate is literally laying in bed taking a nap. Can you just for 5 seconds, let me wake up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I brought nachos!
Oh my God.
And they're great! And there's chili on it, which also means you probably don't want to sit next to anyone and go afterwards, but that's okay. At least if everyone's doing it, maybe it'll just be like poison gas everywhere, and it'll be part of the whole thing that we're doing at the arena.
Listen,
sort of
you have there's a lot of ideas flowing, and these are great. I love the enthusiasm. I love the initiative.
It's Deathmatch Day! And Thea jumps onto your bed and is bouncing like a small, excited child. And every time she hops up, small glitter kind of escapes from her wings. I can't wait! I brought 2 really great champions. You have to get up.
Okay. Fine. I'm up. I thought I had more time. It's fine.
No.
Okay.
It's fight day. It's fight day. You can't sleep in on fight day. It's D20 Deathmatch Chaos.
Okay, relax. As the Lord of Fate claps his hand and reality just rips itself apart as he is now sitting in the throne and you are now in the throne room instead of his bedroom. There.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty neat trick, right? Okay, so Deathmatch Day, you have 2 What? Do you have a question?
I know you did that cool little trick where you brought both of us over here, and I was like, oh, wow, that's magic. But it was really, really good. You didn't bring the food that I brought, like the hot dogs and the nachos with the chili, and there was also fries with it. And I would like it if you could bring that to the throne room as well, because then if not, I gotta go fly all the way to your bedroom, which for some reason isn't the full tower on the other side, because you like to stay away from everybody else. Yeah. And then it would take me an hour to bring it all back here, because it's a lot, and it would take multiple trips, and I only have 2 different things, and I can't take a whole lot at once because I also have small arms.
Could you breathe in between sentences, maybe?
Do I get something for that then, if I do?
Here, I'll give you all of your food. As he snaps his fingers and all the food just appears in this throne room. Good. Are you happy now? Can we move on?
Yes.
Can we proceed with how the deathmatch should go? This is very chaotic.
Yes. Just. No, I brought everything. Pencil. I have my clipboard. I've got my. Where did I put my pencil? I don't know where I put my pencil.
It's behind your ear.
Oh, and she chases it around trying to pull it out. I got it. We're good. I found it. So today in my little handy clipboard, I found 2 amazing champions that I think you're going to be really, really impressed with. Trust me, you're going to love them. And then we're going to take them to this really cool excluded place called the Voiceless Mountaintop.
The Voiceless Mountaintop.
You have to echo it top.
Can you name me one mountain that has a voice? Did you name this location?
I may have.
Whatever. Just bring the champions out.
Okay, awesome, because they'll really like it. And I was thinking it's the Voiceless Mountaintop until they get there, and then it'll be the Screaming Mountaintop as they have blood-curdling screams as they're stabbed to death. That sort of thing, right?
Okay, it's the idea is growing on me.
Yeah, that's right. I knew you'd love it. I have a ton of other ideas in my book, and she'll start flipping through her clipboard. I have at least 20 more names if you didn't like that one, just in case.
Well, name 5 of them.
Oh, okay. All right. And additional names, I had the Mountain. Really simple, but I thought it would echo really well. And then the next one is a really big hill, because I thought that was also descriptive. If people haven't seen mountains before, but they had an idea of what hills look like, then they would know what it is, and that would help them out, especially because not everyone within the void has seen a mountain before.
I regret asking instantly.
Okay.
So
I've got more.
No.
There's
It's
another
you know
one
what? That you put them.
They're
put 'em
all
on
very
my.
descriptive.
But-
Cold nipples is the next one because they look like cold nipples when they get really hard and then they get pointy. It's just like the same thing.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You're going to
Yes.
stop with the ideas. Just the clipboard. You know what? Let's just
Yeah.
put it aside for now. Like, you don't need it.
I don't need
You've
it.
grown beyond it. I think.
Oh,
I see
I
that
have.
potential in you. You can just put that down.
okay. Yes, I will do that. I put it down.
Where are
What
the
do I do
champions?
next? The champions! Oh, you're gonna love the champions. I got 2 amazing champions, and they're gonna poof, poof, poof. But actually, not one of them's not gonna do that because they don't have the fists to do. You'll find out. It'll be really great. Please allow me, oh Lord of Fate. And Thea will bow so low, losing her height from above as she was flying down to kiss the floor in which your feet walk upon. Allow me to welcome the 2 most amazing champions that I could find. First and foremost, Ruby Rust! And she'll clap her hands, and out from a red circle will slither in Ruby Rust, and also Robbie Clark and the Hunger! Ruby, introduce yourself, please.
Hey, I'm Ruby Rust. I'm a giant constrictor snake, and I'm a coder in my day-to-day life. I'm behind the scenes. It makes it quite difficult. I have to have an ergonomic keyboard that's specially designed for my snake body because, as you so handily pointed out, I don't really have fists to punch the air, and certainly not to type with. I basically surround myself with very large buttons, and then I press them individually with my tail. It's kind of like hunt and peck kind of typing. It's very slow, but I'm good at my job.
You're telling me you're a Python. You're a Python who codes in Python.
Oh, I don't use Python. No,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
use Ruby or Rust either. I use Java. And then I turn my head to the side, and you can see that there is a beer hat on top of the head, and they have a cup of Java in the outside. The Java keeps me going, and that's not the coding language I use either. But in my after work, I'm also a champion fighter, and I'm going to kick some ass.
Quick question, do snakes have asses?
I do not, which is why they can't kick my ass.
Ah, this is brilliant. I knew you'd be fantastic. Now,
Yeah, but zoologically speaking, I do have an asshole, but I don't have a buttocks. I don't have gluteus maximus so they, not a prominent ass. And
Wait.
finding a snake's asshole can be quite difficult.
An important distinction.
is it like birds' assholes where it's like a cloaca?
Yes,
What?
that's right. It's a cloaca.
Who taught you that
You want to
word?
see?
Yes!
No. Let's save all of that for the death match. We'll see your inside soon enough, I think.
True. Cloacas, though, aren't on the inside. But thank you, Ruby Rust, at now presenting to you Robbie Clark and the Hunger. Robbie, introduce yourself.
Hi there! My name's Robbie Clark. Nice to meet you. I come from a small town and I went on a big adventure saying goodbye to my parents. And I found my buddy, the Hunger. Say hi, the Hunger.
I will consume you!
That's right, and we're here to save the day, stopping evildoers wherever they may go, and eventually assimilating all biological life into one unified, wonderful flesh sack.
I'd vote for you. That sounds amazing.
I'm excited to be here.
That's a. I'm not quite sure about the child, but the Eldritch horror in his backpack seems like a pretty solid bet for the win.
I feel disadvantaged. I don't have any arms, and he has 700.
Who's counting? I don't know. Not me, that's for sure. It'll be fine.
I don't know if they count as arms because most of them have mouths.
Oh, that's real gross.
Does
Is it like can I fight the kid without the backpack? Is that fair?
No.
I don't have a backpack. I'll take off my helmet if he takes off the backpack.
They're a 2 for
It's
1
connected
deal.
to my spinal cord now.
Oh no! Oh, that's hideous.
It'll be fine.
Right.
just like you have a cloaca that you want to share, he's got his Eldritch horror that he's also exposing to the rest of the world. It's the same thing.
Totally fair.
Well, does this please the Lord of Fate?
I'm just wondering if this is going to be a can we sidebar here? Last week you brought an elderly gentleman to fight to the death. And this week you're bringing a teenage boy.
Yes.
Can we not find something like in the middle?
I'm an adventurer.
He's an adventurer.
Evildoers before.
Just because your parents neglected you and let you run off from home at 10 years old does not make you an adventurer. Can we not find someone who's like a middle-aged, 20s, 30s?
You didn't tell me that was a requirement. And according to the D20 Deathmatch rules that were laid out even before you by the Grandmaster Lucia.
Hey, listen.
It says that as long as they can fight and kick ass, and they have somewhat of a decent track record, that they can fight and they can be chosen.
And generally, that's the rule of thumb. And listen, this is not your fault.
Hey,
we have to revisit.
I find that language offensive.
Yeah, I also find it offensive.
We have to.
I don't know why.
We're gonna have to revisit the guidelines. Because, see, well, the deal is, ever since I usurped the Grandmaster, I'm under a little bit of scrutiny across the void, and it's really just a bad look to have old people and teenagers beating each other up. You know what I mean?
You know what's the worst?
Bad
look?
optics.
Ageism.
Oh, I am in a tricky spot here. Ooh.
That's legally not allowed. And I was talking to the lawyers, so you should just let them fight because I don't want to pull out anyone else.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let them fight because we're already here. So
Perfect.
You might as well.
Did you hear that? Robbie, you get to fight. Are you going to be ready for this?
Oh, boy, I'm ready.
See, he's ready. Can I take them now to the Voiceless Mountain? Or what did you prefer? The hard nipple place?
To the Voiceless Mountain, I guess. Those are my choices.
See R-rated movies yet.
Anyone can have hard nipples. That's also science.
All right, that's.
I also don't have nipples, so that's also offensive. So.
Oh, that's true. Not everyone can have hard nipples.
Well,
if you get there and you're curious, I will describe it to you, Ruby, if that helps.
Can I see some? I'll show you my cloaca. You show me your nipples, so that I know what they look like.
What's a cloaca?
You want to see? I'll show you.
Allow me to take you to the Voiceless Mountain! And this tiny little pink imp will clap her hands 5 times and a portal will open once again. Please walk through. And as the two of you go through this glowing portal, you step out into an breezy area, the wind whipping around, icy cold as the snow begins to crunch beneath your feet. You sink a little bit as you, slither or crunch, I guess I should say, along this process, but it makes a clear pathway as you find your way in. The clouds already beautiful, white, billowing, but the sky, as if beckoning for blood, has already been tinted red as the sun begins to set. Welcome, champions! I bring you here to make sure that you can spill blood on the beautiful white snow, and that way it makes it easier for all of us to tell when you've actually been hit. And look, I also brought the Acolytes! And as you look high up, sitting in a whole arena above, Acolytes cheering loudly, screaming, ready for your sacrifice and pay homage to the greatness and story that you will tell us tonight. See, I brought everyone here together, and the thing is, you two have to fight. You have to fight to the death. You have to show us exactly what it means to push yourself to the very limit, to the very tippy top, which is why we're at the mountain, because it's the top. Like it all goes together. I want to hear you scream when you're here. Let this voiceless mountain be filled with blood and the sounds of your victory. Did I miss anything, Lord of Fate?
No, I mean that was great. Maybe a touch over dramatic, but I can't fault you for the flair.
Me? No, I'm not over dramatic.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Everyone's got their own style. It's good. Don't let me stop you from being you.
Oh, okay. Any last words into the champions before we kick this sucker off?
Oh, I suppose. Champions, are you ready to die?
I don't understand object permanence yet.
Perfect.
Close enough. Acolytes, are you ready for some blood?
As a creature that has no homeothermic response to keep themselves warm, I really appreciate being brought into this freezing cold scenario. Luckily for me, I have my hot Java. Sucks out one side of the beer helmet to the hot coffee to keep himself warm.
Perfect. And with that, as you take that final sip and it flows through your body, you find yourself heated and warm as if you are in hell itself. Perfectly fine and comfortable to move. Let us begin then to roll with initiative.
Initiative, flat D20 from both of you.
Yeah!
All right, let's do it.
A 6.
That's a 6.
All right.
What?
Versus.
16!
All right.
Oh, drat.
16. Very well. Ruby, Rust, you are the first to act here in round number 1!
Sort of testing the boundaries a little of what they can do. Ruby Rust is gonna kind of slither around, waiting for an opportunity to strike, and then kind of backs up a little bit. They've been watching some martial arts movies, and they're trying to emulate it without any limbs at all. So they're giving it all of this sort of stuff, but they just don't know that it's not coming across as well because they can't put it out there. And then eventually they're going to sort of.
Sorry, what did you say? We
Did it
lost you.
sound like he was just going through an airplane? What?
Going for the ankles.
The ankles. All right,
The
roll.
slice of the attack.
Roll to attack.
It's a good start.
It's a
Ooh,
10. Robbie, we need you to roll to defend.
Shut
Help
down!
me, the hunger.
18. Not gonna hit.
How does the hunger help you dodge this attack?
Oh, the way he usually does, by sending mass amounts of tendrils in the way of anything that dares harm me, for I am the harbinger of the next life.
Ha! That's amazing!
That's
As the strike misses, then that's just one of my actions. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
One, and you have
As I
3 more,
Right,
right? Yeah, so
yeah, I
3
got 4
total.
actions per turn.
Yeah, you have 4 total.
So I strike out to attack and get knocked to the side. So I bring my my tail around to whip and try and trip him instead. Try and whip around the leg, give him a dead leg. That's 2 better.
that's a 12 to hit, and
Success! As that tail whips around, tell us how dramatically you make this move.
It's basically just going for a dead leg. It hits him in the right thigh and gives him a nice little welt across the thigh, trying to dead leg him. And then, as soon as it distracts his attention downwards, I'm going to try and test out, see what this hunger is made of. You're not the only one who's hungry. And I'm going to bite out at one of the tentacles of the hunger.
Oh no.
it's a 6.
Ooh, that's gonna be terrible, probably.
Hunger.
Nom, nom,
Protect
nom.
yourself.
And a 12. It's gonna miss.
Once again.
I bite it, and then it just like pulses, and ow, my jaw! Ah, I forced it to dislocate. Oh wait, I can do that. That's fine. I will. I'll take a step back then, realizing that I may be outmatched with this hunger. So instead, I'm going to suck on the other tube up to the other side of my face, which is this bottle. I'll get it. Yeah, I've got 2 different drinks.
Okay.
I'll suck on this bottle and this vial of very cartoonish green bottle with a sticker that's peeling off of it, and it's got a skull and crossbones on it. As I take a vial of poison into my mouth, and then I spit it at him because I'm a constrictor snake, not a venomous snake. So I spit venom in his face.
Are you using one of your status effects with that to do like a effective poison?
I am going to use a status effect to try and inflict the poison condition on him.
All right, 15 to hit. It's gonna be an 8 to defend. That is gonna hit.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. So it's poison in the face, and I'm specifically aiming for the child.
Smart.
I think that is my 4 actions.
It is.
Bite, tail whip, poison.
Yes, as you make that last one, that poison lingers. Robbie Russ, or not Robbie Russ, I'm just gonna Robbie Clark. You've taken his last name. Robbie Clark. That poison festers into your system. You will need to take an action to get rid of that poison should you not want to take damage by the end of your turn. You know, unless you're like, listen, the poison, I like it. Turns out dying a little bit each and every time is good for the soul. Up to you to entirely decide. So, Ruby Rust. No other actions on hand. Any final words before you close out your turn?
Let's get this started.
All right, with your actions, just as a clarification here with that status effect, you're gonna lose 1 for the 1 fighting spirit for the hit and 1 for the status effect. Now you gotta use an action to clear it, or you're gonna lose another HP at the end of your next turn. Just as a full clarification. So.
Just to be clear, do I lose 2 fighting spirit now, or 1 now and 1 at the end of my next turn?
2 now
Two
and
now.
1 at the end of your next turn.
Your total is already at 14, fucker.
Well, easy.
Hey,
Hey,
now,
listen, you don't have to insult the
that's body
champions.
language.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'd do it again.
All right,
Yeah.
Robbie, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm not Robbie. I shouldn't have answered.
The mouthy tendrils will sort of coil out from the backpack, and out of several mouths at the same time, it will say, "The child must live." And I will use my first action to suck the poison out of the child.
Okay.
But to roll for that.
No.
No, it's effective.
It just happens. You use an action.
Do it again. That was so cool. As Thea
Whoa.
goes wild for this trick.
The hunger. This guy is tough. We better take care of him quick.
I will just consume like all else.
And 2 of these mouths will just come out, and it's going to take 2 large attacks. No status effects, just 2 big chomping bites.
Yeah.
First one coming at you.
Natural 20!
Oh no. That's not a good start for me.
That's effective.
With
my god.
With a natural 20, a few things happen here. You heal 1 fighting spirit. You also are going to gain 1 adrenaline. And then you're going to deal 1 extra fighting spirit of damage on your attack.
Oh, wow.
That is not good. All right.
Good
so
job,
just
the
2
hunger.
damage from that.
That was super
You
awesome
take 2
as
damage,
you
yes.
did that. Yes. That takes you down to 14, Ruby.
14.
And yeah, that bumps Robbie up to 15. Also, just so you know, Robbie, if you haven't had a lot of fighting experience, that also means that when you get an adrenaline, like you go extra on it. You can only go extra so many times before you get exhausted. So that is 3 times.
That's good to know. I'll probably ask for more clarification later, as I have a hard time remembering things because I am a child. All right, the hunger. Let's see if you can bite it again. This time, try to bite that mean old tail that whacked us last time.
9 to hit.
That's a 9.
Oh, 9 to hit versus.
17 on the defense.
Whip it around and just hit him in the face like, no!
Yeah, whip it.
Like
Whip it real good.
You see in movies where they're sword fighting and they like lunge out and he just taps him on the butt to be like, haha. It's like one of those.
Does Ruby also make that noise? The haha.
Haha! Yeah. Ruby's watched a lot of movies. Ruby doesn't get out much.
Oh, yeah.
Ruby's basing most of this fighting on martial arts movies and action films.
That's basically like actually fighting, I'm pretty sure. It's a 1-for-1 translate. I love it. I respect it. Oh, I'm sorry. Please go ahead, Robbie.
Oh, is it still my turn?
Well, you've done
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of your
yeah.
actions, right?
I believe so. I have 3.
Yeah. So you've done a lot, which is really great, and I'm happy for you. Do you have any final words before we wrap up this round?
I just want to say that we're going to save the day. Right, the hunger?
I will consume.
I don't believe you, but you say it in such a convincing way. I want to believe it. I think that was fantastic. Lord of Fate, do you now think that I found 2 champions that are absolutely amazing?
I mean, as long as someone dies at the end of the day, I'm mostly happy. Can you roll a d20 for me, Thea?
Oh, I can do that. That's the one that is the dice, and it's got 20 sides to it, if I remember correctly, right?
That is the one. Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I will
we use
roll that.
one die. How are you getting that mixed up?
Is a 15? That's good.
15's okay. That's not.
Is that gonna go on my performance report as being successful?
Yes, it's in there along with everything,
Good.
including the fact that you woke me up from bed today.
It's all what? No. Man.
It's okay. Listen, there's a lot of things in here. It's it doesn't hinge on just one thing. It's a culmination of things. So over time, a clear pattern is forming, though, and I'm making note of that.
Okay. Fine. But to cheer me up a little bit, can we bring in a little chaos like right away?
I mean, you wanna? Oh, fine. You know what?
Yeah.
Why
not? The Acolytes are screaming. They've already made sure that we hit our first standard. They love it so far.
Okay.
Can we please bring in some chaos?
All right. I'm a man of the people.
Perfect.
I will give the Acolytes what they crave. As
Excellent.
The Lord of Fate stands up, raising his arms to the sky very dramatically. Chaos! And as he slams his fist down, the box of chaos slams into the battlefield as the lid flips open and a column of yellow and pink fire shoot straight into the sky. Champions, this is the box of chaos. You may sacrifice one action to it, and in exchange, you will get a magical item of some unknown rarity.
Hell yes.
And as the box,
like all the video games that I play.
As the box lid flips open, this shadowy creature claws its way out. Who wants to make a deal? All right.
Would you like to go first, Mr.
I look
Snake?
at the kid. Yeah, I look at the kid with the hunger, and I look at the shadowy deal, and I'm like, I think I need to even the odds. I would love to make a deal.
All right. Well, it's your turn, so let's go. What do you got to
Get
offer?
up!
I didn't know if we
Round
rolled it
number
again next
2!
round.
Yeah.
I will slither over then to the box, and I will give up one of my 4 actions to make a deal with this guy.
All right. What do you got to sacrifice?
What can I sacrifice?
Just
and
thematically.
Thematically, I will give him I say, just to rub it in your face that I'm not against it on principle. As long as consent is there, I'm going to sacrifice the portion of my tail that the hunger could have consumed but failed. And I'm going to hold up my tail and I'm going to wiggle, and then through a process called autotomy, I'm going to cut off my own tail. Yeah, I'm a zoologist. The portion of my tail will fall off. Mostly, this is a lizard thing, but hey, I'm reptilian. I'm in the ballpark. And then I will pick up the wiggling tail, and I will hand it to the demon in the box.
That's fucking weird. But I'm into it.
And I can regrow it too. It's really cool.
I'll be right back. As he slams the box down and the box begins to rumble and shake. I need you to roll me a D20.
D20. All right.
It's the dice with the 20 sides on it.
He knows which one it is, okay?
Thank you.
Well, in case he didn't, now he
Ethan.
does. Yeah.
Familiar.
A 4.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a good.
Here it is, out of the box. Something very bright and shiny. You receive the shield of the Golden King. Behind its golden gleam, your metal increases by +1. That's your defense, in case you want to connect all those. All abilities impacted by metal increase by that +1. And on a nat 1 defense roll, your shield is demolished because it can't withstand that kind of hit, and so it goes poof on that end. So
Yeah. The shield comes out of the box and lands down next to Ruby Rust, and Ruby looks at it, looks up at the guy, looks down at it again, and like it's face down in the dirt with like the arm strap on the shield behind it. And I look back up at the guy, and I'm like, Well, I could have maybe held it with my tail.
Hey,
But
hold on. Don't worry, I got you. As he goes back down to the box and he gets a bale of twine and just kind of like haphazardly fishes it through the handles and like attaches it to you. Just kind of.
yeah, this I guess will work. We'll make it work. Thanks.
It looks good. It looks good on you.
With my newfound shield in tow, I'm going to turn around to face the hunger and the kid, and I'm going to slither as fast as. In fact, no, I'm going to do what some snakes in reality actually can do. I'm going to turn around, bite the stump that was my tail, and then push my muscles out so that I form a ring, and I'm going to roll towards him, and I'm going to roll towards him, and I'm going to become this steamrolling snake, giant snake with a shield on it, and I'm going to try and make an attack that way to push him back.
Right.
Yeah, run him over.
12 to hit.
Woo!
4 to defend. It's gonna hit.
Steamrolling into him, smack. I'm gonna, as soon as I feel the impact, I uncurl from the hoop that I'm in, and I'm gonna spin around him and try and grab a hold and crush him with a constriction.
Ooh.
Nice.
21 to hit. 18 to defend.
I'm gonna constrict him. So that is, let's see, that is 1 action to the box, 1 action to roll into him, 1 action to constrict, and with my final action, I'm going to lean into it. I'm already constricted round, so now I'm just going to push even in, because I know that the hunger's pretty dangerous with all them teeth on tentacles, so if I can just wrap around them and keep them contained, I'm going to try and push in, crushing me even further.
The best hug anyone could ask for.
Oh, yes! Oh, no, just...
Oh,
Wait, is that total?
15 to
Yeah,
hit,
total.
16 on the defense. It's not going to do it.
Slipping. Can I ask for a reminder, what are the power-ups in Heroic Surge again?
Yeah, so power-ups allow you to do 3 times the damage on a successful hit. And Heroic Surge can be used for a number of things. You can use it like a power-up to do 5 times the damage. You can heal for 5. You can gain a permanent new action. You can reset the uses of your status effects. You can clear all of your fatigue.
It's a lot.
A lot of things you can do with the Heroic Surge. It's that one ability to go plus ultra. Get creative with it. You can ask for whatever you want. We'll probably say yes.
Nope. That's the end of my turn. I'm slipping a little bit off of him, but I'm trying my best to keep him constricted.
Excellent. As you provide that deathly hug, it is your turn now, Robbie Clark and the hunger.
Ugh! Oh my goodness! The hunger! Get something cool out of that box! It's the only way to even the odds! And one of the tendrils from the hunger is going to branch out and say hi to the dark shadow skeleton and reach into the box of chaos.
What do you got to trade, bud?
I give you 10 years of the child's life.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Anything you want.
And it's going to, and you're gonna see a little bit of like color drain out of Robbie's face as this like orb of pustule red, sort of tenuous, like almost like a gross ball of yarn, is vomited out of the mouth and placed before the chest.
Well, I've made deals for worse. As he's gonna pick it up and just swallow it. As he shuts the lid and the box begins to rumble and shake. Roll me a d20.
Alrighty.
Ooh, an 8. Respectable.
Ooh, an 8. This shouldn't have been given to you, this small child. From the hand of the blackened soul floats a small blue pill. This should keep you going all night long. The pill extends your fatigue limits. You can now die at 6 fatigue instead of 5. If your deathmatch lasts longer than 4 hours, you should seek medical help.
all of the hunger tendrils suddenly go really turgid.
The tentacle will reach down the pill and absorb it into the weird writhing mass. All right, the hunger, it's time to get out of this mess. Let's use some of this snow on our team.
bad idea.
And the tendrils are going to try to squeeze out from the constriction, grabbing big chunks of ice and snow and hurling them at the snake, like inward, trying to just bash it. Yeah.
Excellent choice.
Roll the hit.
Defense. Oh, not good defense. Oh, damn.
That's a 16 to hit and a 6 on the defense. That's gonna hit.
Scar! Those snowballs hurt! Did you hide rocks in them?
I had called the. He did the trick of putting the snowball in the freezer for a bit first. I got told off when I was a kid for doing that because I didn't realize how dangerous that was.
I believe that.
Remind me what adrenaline does.
Adrenaline.
Your adrenaline. It counts your nat 20s that you have. And if you get too many of them, then it goes, oh, I'm exhausted. It counts as a fatigue.
Every third adrenaline, you gain a fatigue.
Yeah.
Every third nat 20.
Let's get moving.
And the tendrils are going to pull at the child, sort of pop him out like a cork from the snake's grasp, and sort of like whipping him around and reforming. And he's like, "All right, let's go. Let's make it so it can't see what's going on."
Good idea.
And one of the tendrils is going to sort of pull back and spew out this big glob of like thick mucus slime and try to blind Ruby
Okay.
Rust.
Status
That's
effect.
a status effect.
Yes.
Nice. I like that.
It's still just a straight defense roll for me, yeah?
Yes.
And you get the +1 because you're metal.
And I now got a +1 because of the bonus
Yeah.
as well, yeah. So it's now a 12.
Shut down! You see this gross, disgusting launch through the air, and you're easily able to sidestep it.
My nictating membrane crosses my eyes. Blink sideways.
Instead of sidestepping, what should I have said for you? I don't want to be like insensitive to the fact that you don't have legs.
Calling attention to it was actually worse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It made it more awkward now.
You can't just talk about these things. You gotta.
What? Do you like roll instead?
You used to be a worm. You should know better.
Dodge would work.
You asked. You were gonna show me your cloaca. You were gonna tell me how you moved out of the way.
Yeah. That's look. I'm cold and I'm cranky because I'm currently fighting an Eldritch horror, and I thought I'd be fighting like a wrestler or something. Was that was all of yours, right? So is it under me?
We will actually.
Oh yeah, I'm
first.
good. It's my turn.
Yeah. So with Robbie, you are all done, which was a great round. Honestly, it was really terrifying to see the Eldritch horrors move like that, and I really hope that you'll clean up the mess afterwards, because I'm not picking up that stuff.
I don't like to clean up. I just leave town with the collected biomass.
Gosh, I hope you die. All right. As we go in. Oh, sorry. What? Did you want the details, Lord of Fate? Because right now, according to my notes, Ruby Rust is at 13 fighting spirit, and Robbie Clark and the Hunger is also at 13 fighting spirit, which means so far we're tied, which is really close. Because the tie means they have the same thing. Yes, I have an answer.
The fighting spirit number is affected by metal, and I have a shield. Is that increased my fighting spirit by 1 or no?
It does increase it, so it's 14.
So I am on 14.
Oh, look at you. Look at how numbers and things go together. I hate smart snakes. Damn it.
I hate math too.
Thea, can you end of the round? Can you give me another D20 roll, please?
Oh, yeah. I learned last time what that looks like, so I'll do it again, and it's a 2.
All right, 2. That is that's
17.
Unfortunate, but
But 17 overall is
17
good.
overall
So
is
if
not
you
bad.
take the
That's,
2 and you average them together, it's good.
yeah. I mean, it's not that great if you if you average them together, it's almost worse. Because then both. Yeah. No. You know what? You don't worry about it. You know what you can worry about is the Acolytes have triggered a chaotic event.
A chaotic event! This is amazing! Okay. You know what, Ruby? Since you were gonna show me your cloaca, I'll let you roll the D20 to determine what chaos is summoned. Privilege.
Yeah, privilege from the Cloaca.
18.
Cloaca privilege. 18.
Oh, an 18. Okay. All right. A familiar rhythm blares through the arena speakers. And through these mountains, it echoes all around. You cannot not hear it at this point. It's entrancing, and even the crowd, the acolytes themselves become enthralled. They move and sway and begin a synchronized dance before all together yelling, "Hey, Macarena!" Roll to dance or be embarrassed.
I need a DC 15 metal save from both of you.
Metal. All right, metal. Here we go.
Metal.
I used to do square dancing.
That sounds right.
Oh no, it's so close to a 19.
Natural 1. Ruby with a natural. So let's settle up first here with a 17.
Yes.
Robbie, you're going to succeed. You will take no damage, but you will take a fatigue for the effort. Ruby, on the other hand, you will take a fatigue and a damage because you failed the save. And additionally, with a nat 1, you will lose another fighting spirit and take another fatigue.
Holy cow! So I lose 2 fatigue and 2 fighting spirit.
Correct. With the nat 1, that's a big blow to your morale.
And how it's particularly fatiguing and damaging because I've always had a love-hate relationship with this. So I love watching people dance, and then I try and dance, and it goes like this. And in my head again, I'm using the hand movement.
This is a very hand-focused song too. Yeah.
Hey, my career.
And
so he just looks like he's just kind of dancing like this, but he's trying real hard, and so he's like really trying to summon arms on it.
as you poorly try to dance
and clap.
with that.
He's putting so much effort in.
With that natural 1, as you try to do this Macarena and just embarrass yourself, the twine on that shield begins to fray and break, and you lose the shield with the nat 1 metal save.
Oh yeah. Sure.
I've never seen anyone lose so much in a nat 1.
A single one. 2 fatigue, 2 fighting spirit, and a metal. I think I was right to say that I'm disadvantaged against this. It's not only the thing I'm fighting, but where I'm fighting and how I'm fighting. This is not going well. Maybe next time I create a character with arms.
No. Thea will fly down, look directly at you in your 2 eyeballs. Is that how many eyes you have?
I do have eyes.
Okay.
2 eyes.
All right, Thea will look at you. Listen to me. You don't give up. You came here to fight. You are the greatest Ruby Rust out there, and I brought you to this arena because you can do it.
I'm gonna go and then immediately dig myself down into the snow.
Excellent.
I'm gonna use my first action, I guess, to like hide from this guy, like under the snow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. While I'm under there, I'm gonna take a sip of my Java.
Excellent
to
start
keep
to
myself
round
from
3.
freezing while under there.
Yes.
And then I'm going to burn a tunnel to where the kid is, and I'm gonna come up from the snow and try and bite him on the legs and try and as if I'm gonna try and swallow him from the ground up. But it's just gonna be a regular old attack for now.
Yeah.
Is there any bonus to me hiding or anything?
The hide will impose disadvantage on his first attack on you.
If you use that as an action.
Yeah.
I've used it as an action to hide,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna attack with my second action.
Do that. Eat his foot. He doesn't deserve feet.
No, not that one. Oops,
Yeah.
Wrong one.
What she said.
Attack with this.
If you can't have feet, no one can.
Ooh, 15 to hit, 12 to defend.
So that'll hit. Then I will bite him down. I'll latch on and I'll try and like wriggle him down into the ground. I'll tell you what I'll do then. With my second action, I'm gonna try and impose a status effect on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and drag him into the ground so that he is like restrained or whatever in the ground, and he'll be kind of stuck there a little.
In the middle of your sentence, I thought you were drugging a child. That makes a lot more sense because you were underground.
Dragging, not drugging. Dragging
Yes.
him underground.
So I've come out from the snow, latched onto him, and I'm going to try and drag him back in.
Ow, my legs! I need those for adventure.
Unnatural 20!
With a natural 20, number 1, you regain a fighting spirit, so you gain a little health there.
Yeah.
You're also going to deal an extra point of damage against his fighting spirit in addition to the status effect. So that's going to be 3 points on this hit, and he's going to have a status effect. So you're back up to 13, and he's down to 9.
And then for my last action, what sort of thing could I do here? I'm going to, while he's underground and restrained, then I'm going to use my last action to drink a sip of the venom.
Oh.
Keep it in my mouth and come and sort of like go through the snow to get up to around him, and I'm going to try and bite down and give him a bunch of poison damage. This is not the poison effect, just like poison
For fun.
damage, essentially.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Thematic
The little
poison.
one punch. Yes.
Thematic poison, yeah.
A 5 to hit.
Won't hit. Unless I've got some sort of benefit from him being restrained, I don't know.
No. And an 8 to defend. He is going to succeed. He's not going to be able to bite him on this last time. As you wriggle around and pull him down into the ground, but as you are kind of hidden and underground in him, he's got this condition on him. He will have disadvantage on his first attack on you, which I believe can happen now, should you choose.
Oh, I choose. But first,
Free the child.
I'm going to use my first action, and the tendrils are going to lash out and sort of throttle the kid up into the air. And he kind of is like ragdolling by the back of his neck as the as the hunger flicks him up and sort of settles him back down. Oh boy, the hunger. We're going to really make this one count. Let me try this one. I'm going to use my special super kick. And the tendrils of the hunger are going to shove into the ground, launching the child forward, and Robbie Clark is going to try to kick you.
All right, roll with disadvantage because he is hiding.
All right, so is this... I'll just roll twice.
Yeah, just roll twice.
That
9.
is a 9.
Oh, it's a nat 20 defense!
Jeez Louise.
You
1 now. I'm up to the good ones.
with a nat 20, you're going to regain a fighting spirit, and
Yeah,
you're going to
fighting
gain
spirit as
another
well.
adrenaline.
That makes up for the nat 1 you had.
It does, yeah, almost. And then I see him coming. I'm under the snow. I will just slither to the side, kind of like if you see a snake that's like turned on its belly, and then you try and turn it upright again, and it turns over again. Have you ever seen that? They sometimes pretend to be dead by rolling onto their belly, and it's kind of easy for them to roll sideways. They barrel roll essentially. So you barrel rolls to the side, and you slam down this.
Snow eruption. Oh boy, the hunger. This isn't looking too hot. What do you think we should do?
Consume.
And it's going to try a power up.
Yeah.
Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah.
It's an action, and three of the tendrils are going to sort of mush together into one giant, like a big lamprey mouth, and it's going to sort of drill down towards dear Ruby.
Yeah,
I guess
roll
I'm
to
using a
hit.
power-up attack.
Yeah! Oh!
15
Rolled
to hit.
myself out of the snow.
That's solid. That's solid.
With a 7, it's going to hit. That's going to deal
Hunger!
3 points against your fighting spirit with that power up.
No, wait. Didn't it miss?
No, I
Misses.
missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
they rolled
15.
backwards. Never mind. I was excited for some damage.
Sorry, Lord of Fate. You have to read the names in the roll log to know who rolled what.
Hey, listen, this isn't on
I-
me. The
I
attacker
missed
always
you.
rolls first. That's how we do things here. You should be organizing them. This is your fault for not managing them
This is
correctly.
my fault.
I'm making a note of this.
She's gonna look over at the champions. Listen, Legion, don't make me look better. I'm gonna lose my job, and I can't afford to do that. So make sure the attacker rolls first and the defender rolls second, okay?
I'm gonna lose a fighting spirit from shame.
Self-applied.
The mouth came in for the attack, and I sort of just like flinched in its direction, and you smacked into my helmet instead. Oh.
The hunger, this might be our toughest battle yet! And that's the reactions. That's my turn.
That was fantastic. See, Lord of Fate, they're doing really well. They're dying and then they're healing and they're still going. This is exactly what you wanted in a deathmatch, right? That was a good round 3.
Yeah, no, this is a great round 3. But before I would like to take a break. I'm getting a little, sitting for a while. But could we roll your
do you have
D20
to go to the
first?
bathroom? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to ask that. It's not really dignified for everyone to know that a lord uses the bathroom.
Everyone poops, my lord.
Everyone poops. There's a book I could give you. Everyone poops.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I like.
What?
Tunes.
It what?
It doesn't have a cloaca or anything.
What it consumes? Where does it go?
It has an infinite stomach to hold all life so that we can all unify into one giant flesh sack.
That just
Oh God,
seems
why am I fighting this
impossible.
thing?
That's really eco-friendly, actually. I would enjoy that. Can I get an infinite stomach?
I don't think you'd want that. It just seems like a burden.
I'll look into it.
You can never get full.
I'll just research it in the break. So we'll take a 10-minute break. That's enough time for you to go poop, I think. And I'll look up to see if I can get an infinite stomach. And then we'll be back, right?
Yes.
Can I go home during that time or
No.
No. You stay here till one of you is dead. But we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Here we go!
Welcome back, Acolytes.
More blood. Yes, it's fight time. 10 minutes is too long. I need blood. I feel like my energy is depleting. I want to see violence. I want to see blood broken. I want to see snow angels in the ground right now.
There's.
That's really offensive. Again.
Oh, God.
It doesn't have any arms or legs.
Really.
Everybody knows that snakes don't go to heaven.
Oh,
my,
well,
snow,
that's,
my snow angel? Oh,
I don't know that
that's
you can
also
say
too-
that. I mean,
My snow angel is just a just a lowercase L.
just some.
my snow L.
Should we be on with it then, Thea?
Yeah, I think we're on what?
I don't know
Round
which
4?
is worse. I don't know which is
Yes.
the worst snow angel though, because Mr. Ash Ketchum over here with the
With the
hunger.
multiple.
That's like,
It's like a
7
circle.
It'd be much more like a biblical angel.
Yeah, mine's a biblically accurate one.
Yeah, the terrifying. Good reason why they would all run away when they see something like that.
All right.
Yeah. Julia says snakes only do snow angles.
That's
Snow
true.
angles.
Snow
Yeah, I
angles.
get it.
Ah!
I just curve my body over and make an acute angle.
We love our acolytes. They're so friggin' clever. Now sit in your seats. It's time for a fight. All right, I think that means we're in round 4, right?
Correct. Let's go round
Yeah.
number 4.
I love that
All right.
number.
I'm up for this one. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
ready.
correct. You are first.
Okay,
It depends unless you're still making snow angles.
so I have I've spent the 10 minutes like thinking. I'm really if this is a fight to the death, I have to go all in to try and kill this thing before it can power up. So I'm going to use my last of 3 status effects on this first action. The first action is going to be to try and once again I'm going to try and spit venom into his face to give him the poisoned condition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rude. I love it. Do it.
Here we go. This is not off to a good start.
7 to hit. 21 to defend. It doesn't work.
3 favorite. I don't like it. So I'm going to use my heroic surge to reset all 3 of my status effects.
All right, do it.
I dig down deep, knowing that it's all or nothing. I'm gonna die if I don't take this guy out. So I am going to heroically get those status effects back. I'm going to use my next action with another status effect. I'm going to try and hypnotize him, all Car from the Jungle Book style. I'm going to get into the kid's eyes and try and get him onto my side. You don't want to fight me. You want to retract this hunger and make it fight something else. All right, here we go. God damn it!
Oh, it's a 6 to hit. And 11 to defend.
I see that he's standing underneath a mountain of snow, and I'm going to use my next attack with another status effect to bury him under a landslide of snow.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to use my next action to try and... I'm going to slam my body into the rock and try and shake loose this big ball of snow to land on top of the kid.
Do it.
Come on.
Better. Oh,
He dodges yet another status effect.
This is gonna be fantastic.
And
All right.
with the heroic surge, does take an action to use, so that is 4, I believe.
And that was an action to do my 4, so that was my 4 actions to try what I was if all of those had worked, I would have set up something real good.
Yeah.
After all that, you burned
Sometimes.
3 status effects and a heroic surge for no reason.
No effect at all.
That was a lot of show with nothing to come from it. Actually, and the snow does fall a little bit from the mountain, but it only comes right to your feet and then it stops. It's a baby avalanche. Well, that was
exactly
that
what I
was
was trying to do.
certainly
Yeah.
something.
You fall right into my plan.
This is a long-term strategy, right?
you planned that?
Oh yes.
That's the best plan that
Don't-
you could come up with.
Don't try and see behind the code. It can get quite confusing. I know what the end effect is going to look like.
Clearly.
That's smart. You gotta let him be, Lord of Fate. There's clearly something brewing. Coders know how to think things through.
I don't
I'm
think
pretty
that-
sure of it.
I don't think that he
Never met one
realizes
before.
what the title Lord of Fate implies.
What does it imply?
Never mind. Robbie! Your turn.
Oh boy. What do you think, the hunger?
It is out of resources soon, and I am still turgid with power.
And I am going to use my signature move.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time we use the power of friendship.
I love using the power of friendship. Go team! And the tendrils are going to shoot out of the backpack and stab and pierce into Robbie's body. His eyes are going to go black. Veins are going to crackle down his face as the creature sort of slowly entombs Robbie as this weird sort of amalgamation, dark child tendril creature. As I use my signature move, the power of friendship.
That's what friendship looks like.
With-
How did I not recognize it?
With the power of friendship, your instinct score increases by 1, and so do your actions per round.
All right. And that is signature move is an action, I'm assuming, correct?
No.
No. Oh, well, jumpin' G Willikers. Looks like I got more things I can do on my turn. Hey, let's see. What should we start with?
This is not only really bad for me. It's the exact opposite of what I was trying to do. The reason I needed all those status effects to go ahead is because I needed to reduce the number of actions you could do on your turn before I did my signature move. So I was trying to set up my signature move by reducing all of your actions, and instead, not only did I fail, but you actually have more actions now.
A lot
Just
of
so you
villains
know.
have tried to stop us in the past, and we've consumed them all. And I am going to status effect. The sort of mutant child amalgamation is going to skitter forward towards you, and attempt to just like pierce you with these thorns, sort of aiming for like bits of cartilage and tendon in the bone of your spine to just sort of have it so like you are like disjointed from yourself. And this is going to be a status attack.
All right, status effect coming up. 17 versus a 19 to defend!
Dang!
Just the pure terror is keeping Ruby alive at this point.
All right. Let's go big or go home. We're gonna do another power-up attack, as now that we've closed the gap, sort of like they are still tendrils, but now they're moving at erratic right and very sharp, unnatural angles as they sort of skitter out and then into you. We're gonna do a power-up attack.
Yeah. Power. Oh!
A natural 1! With a natural 1, you are going to lose 1 fighting spirit and gain a fatigue.
My defense for that was terrible as well. So
It's bad enough, you know. That's
Good
all
enough.
you need. Oh, man. Dang!
We look
That
at-
pulls you down to 8 fighting spirit, right?
Correct.
It does. But we
So
are beyond.
So just to
fighting
clarify,
spirit.
you did more damage to you on your turn than I did to you on my whole turn? With a heroic
Turns
surge and
are
3 spell effect?
irrelevant.
Cool,
We
cool.
are infinite. 2 more attacks coming at you. These 2 will be regular.
Damn.
9 on the first one.
Oh.
Not gonna hit.
Come on, recover, Robbie. You can
And the
do
second
this.
one. Wow, terrible. The power of friendship not helping.
No.
6 versus
I don't
16.
think the Lord of Fate is going to enjoy this this particular couple of rounds. I'm just dodging and diving, and then in the last one I just nip between your legs and start slithering away. No!
Our turn is over. But you shall be ours.
Okay, that's.
I forgot to change it.
That's so. Oh yeah, I was like, I didn't know when you.
Uh,
And then lights go red.
So-
You will be ours, red. I think he wants to adopt him, which sounds really nice, actually.
well, okay.
What?
I'm
You
gonna
not?
I'm gonna slither over to the box if it's still there. Is the demon guy still there, or is he gone after he made a deal with us both?
The-
Yeah, but can I finish talking, you absolute butthole? I'm sorry, you absolute cueca?
That's more appropriate, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying to learn.
I'm
So,
sorry if my preserving my life got in the way of your monologuing. I'm
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah,
you
don't let it
should
happen
wait your
again.
turn. The longer I monologue, the longer you'll get to live, probably.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just settles back into the
That's a
snow.
good point.
Just a little shuffles down.
Just drink your Java, you dumb snake. So, Lord of Fate, I know they only did 1 HP, but that's okay because Fighting Spirit will continue to, maybe get lower this next time around. And if I roll well, which is a 19, that's really good, right? Like, then good things get to happen, right?
That, well, not only do good
Is it
things get to happen,
Yes!
chaotic
Yes.
things get to happen.
That's another one! Another chaotic event! Who rolled last time? For the
Ruby.
chaotic event. Ruby. Okay, fuck you, Ruby. That means, Robbie, it's your turn to roll for it.
We are no longer Robbie.
Oh.
Sorry, the hunger. Please roll a d20.
Is it just the hunger, or did you go by the hunger and Robbie Clark? Like, the name, switches? Like, in an authorization of a paper, the one in charge goes first?
What?
A 10. Keep in mind on a failed metal save, because this is the second chaotic event, you will lose 2 fighting spirit.
In this moment, that sun that was setting somehow reverses. It begins to rise, getting brighter and brighter and warmer. This melting snow begins to disappear from your feet as it quickly runs off down the mountain. Its steep level just makes it drop so suddenly. And as that sun rises, the humidity begins to drop. And you find yourself now in a sudden desert at this mountaintop. Your mouth can't muster enough spit to swallow, and even your eyeballs begin to dry, even if you also are mostly mouths. The few eyeballs you all have begin to dry out. Roll to find a water source or become dehydrated.
A DC 15 metal save.
No.
18 will succeed.
And it's essentially some metal for me is
Just-
+1, which is just my defense.
Correct.
Yeah.
Where's my defense? I'm gone. There it is. Did it do it?
12 is not going to succeed. It did do
Wait.
it. So
It didn't come up for me for some reason.
you both will
Either
gain
way.
1 fatigue, putting you both at 3 fatigue. But you, Ruby, will also lose 2 fighting spirit, putting you down to 10.
If only there was some water around here in the snow.
If only you had brought your own.
If only I had some kind of refreshing drink.
After
so
that
dry.
dehydration. After the dehydration hits, coffee hits your throat instead. Just
Oh yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
know.
if you're feeling dehydrated, definitely drink more coffee.
Definitely
Yes,
coffee.
yes. I gotta know, the hunger. Where did you find your water source? I mean, there's not a drop to be found on the mountaintop.
The hunger and the child together look down, and you can see out of his leg a giant tendrillous taproot has extended out, piercing through the sole of his shoe, breaking deep into the earth, and draining up the very life force of the mountain itself.
Hey, we have to pay for that.
That's right, this is rented land. We don't actually own it, so it's not part of the contract. The mountain, in fact, even shrinks 2 inches, no longer as tall as it used to be.
Let's just move on. This is costing us
Oh,
a fortune.
good. That means we're in round number 5, right?
Number 5! And Ruby,
5! Yes.
as you were asking,
No, that's not me.
as you're not a Ruby, as you were asking earlier, you can still use the box of chaos, but subsequent uses of the box will require a fatigue as a sacrifice.
All right.
Should you choose?
Can I die if I get to 5 fatigue?
You die if you get to 5. You can clear a fatigue with an action, though.
I can clear a fatigue with an action.
You can
okay.
use an action to clear a
So it would
level
be
of
an
fatigue.
action, fatigue, and then another action in case I get in that one. Then, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I slither over to the guy. I say, please, you gotta give me something to survive against an eldritch horror demon thing that can drill down into the earth with an axe. Please, just please, anything.
Oh, I
I'm
got
gonna
what
use
you
an
need.
action to interact with him, and I'm gonna use an action to reduce the fatigue as well.
So they cancel it.
So just
Got it.
one action to use the box. It just costs a fatigue.
Yeah, I'm going to use my first action to cancel out a fatigue in case the
Oh, to
chaos
cancel a
events from the
fatigue.
guy
Gotcha,
gives
yeah.
me a fatigue.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna use my-
That's a lot of paperwork on my end, so thanks a lot.
All right, this is gonna cost you. As he, what do you sacrifice this time to him?
This time I will put my I'll bite out my teeth, and then I will bite into the side of the box, and then I will twist my head and snap off one of my incisors with my fang.
Yeah.
I didn't think that through. That hurts way more than I. Oh, give me a second. He brings up his tail. His tail's now regrowing slowly.
One more for the collection. As he takes that tooth and sews it into a necklace of teeth that you see of all different kinds of teeth. I'll be right back. Roll me a d20.
Yeah.
Please give me something good. Give me something good. I need to take on this guy, and I don't know what I'm doing.
13.
13. The hand returns, and a leather-bound tome of great power and destruction finds its way from the box into your hands. On the front of it is inscribed the words Morir's Cataclysm. The words on the page flow from the book and wrap around your leathery skin? Yeah, sure. In glowing markings. You gain an extra power up as the magic courses through your veins.
Okay, an extra power up. So I'm up to 3 power ups. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to, as an action, I'm gonna go around the box out of sight of the hunger amalgamation, and then I'm going to shake off and shed my skin, and then I'm gonna turn around and go back into my skin the other way around, so that I'm gonna so that hopefully I can distract him into thinking I'm facing the other way, and then. And then I'm going to slither around backwards, so that it looks like I'm going forwards around the other side of the box, and slither over to him, and then I'm going to surprise him by bursting out of the tail of my skin. With my last action, I'm going to use a power up
Okay.
to burst out and a surprise attack. Try and bite this amalgamation thing with the power up.
All right.
Yes,
Roll to attack.
Excellent.
Go.
Do it,
It's gonna be
do
great.
it.
It's gonna work out fine. Here we go.
It's a natural 1. Oh.
Good use of those actions, Rob. Good use of those actions for
Yep.
flavor.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty right there, buddy. I hate to break it to you. That nat 1 upping your fatigue is not a pretty sight for you as
This
you
is
do
why I
this
used
song
an
and
action
dance.
to reduce the fatigue first.
Yeah, you needed to do that. You're right on the edge here.
That will put you at 4 fatigue, and you will also lose a fighting spirit. You are close to death.
Try not to die.
And that was your last action, correct?
That was my last action, yeah.
All right, as you do more damage to yourself than anyone else, Robbie, it is your turn. What horrors can you unleash?
As Ruby does that sort of jaw bite out thing, I imagine that the hunger and the child sort of just reach their hand up and just like stop him right in front. Our turn. And the hand is going to just sort of grow these like gnarled thorns and vines as part of the tendrils absorb into the child and extend out through the hand. As that is happening, another tendril is actually going to shoot out and also go into the box. I don't care which one we do first, but I think the first one, I'm going to make an attack and just try to crunch the snake a little bit.
Okay. Go for it.
Ooh.
14 to
That
hit.
is a 14.
I'm not seeing the rolls in Foundry anymore for some reason, so I'll just
There it
hit
goes.
the button and hope it comes up.
17 is, you defend successfully. What's it look like as you defend from this attack?
So he grabs me. I think he is grabbed me and you're next, and then he does the crush thing, and something cracks, but it's just my helmet. It's cracked and broken, and now the helmet's kind of lying useless. And the Java and the poison are spilling out onto the snow. They're still there, but I don't have them on my head anymore. As I kind of use that opportunity to escape his grasp.
All right. With
Perhaps we need a little bit more power. And then one of the tendrils is going to extend and knock on the box.
the box lid lifts open.
Who is it?
What do you people want?
More power.
Yeah. Everyone says that, but what are you gonna give me?
Do you want flesh or spirit?
Honestly, I'm not picky.
Flesh. And one of the tendrils is going to reach back and stab into Robbie, and it's going to pulse as if it's like a vacuum cleaner sucking something up, and then swing back and bits of liver and organs and stuff sort of just spill out onto the ground.
That's really gross. Okay, I'll be back. As he shuts the lid and the box is rumbling and shaking. Roll me a flat D20.
Alrighty. Oops, not 2, 1.
Roll well. Ooh, 16. That's pretty good. On this end, let's see what you summon. Seeming worthless. You are handed a rusty spoon. If used correctly, it could be your key to your victory. Serve up a helping hand of tetanus and gain an additional status effect.
It'll absorb up into. It'll take the spoon. Wonderful. All right. With my next action, I am going to. The whole body of the child monster amalgamation is going to pulse, and it's going to revitalize a little bit as I will use my heroic surge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna gain 5 fighting spirit.
Ooh,
Okay.
yes! Smart choice. That bumps you back up to 13 fighting spirit then.
Oh yeah.
If I did my math right, which this time I think I did.
It's pretty good.
And with my last action, the hunger and the child are gonna turn back to the serpent. You will come to love us. And I'm going to use my another status effect attack and try to as the tendrils launch out, there's these little polyps that appear on the sides that have these little little like spores that smell kind of like perfume and add a level of docile to anything that gets a little too into them.
Ooh, clever, clever. I like it.
An 11 versus an 8.
Whoa.
It's gonna hit.
Nice.
So it's going to do status effects do
2 damage.
2 damage and then 1 more.
So it'll do
Like
one
my
for
turn or
the
something?
1 for the base and 1 for the status effect, and then if you don't clear the status effect, you'll lose another one every round until you do at the end of your
Cool.
turn.
So that takes you down to 7 until you do like the thing that you're supposed to do that says no more.
Yeah, I'll get around to that, I think.
All right, and that was your last action, correct, Robbie?
That was our last action, yes.
Sorry, the hunger. I don't mean to offend.
Mhm.
All right, Thea, should we just jump straight into round number 6?
Yeah, I would really like that. Do I have to roll again though?
You know what? I think they're doing a great job of killing themselves. I don't think we need to help.
All right. Well, that's a real bummer because I'm gonna roll anyway because I really wanted to. I really wanted to because I thought, why not? And also, I wanted to. So yes.
Very well. That definitely looks good on your performance report. So
Thank you. So I'll get a raise this year, is what I'm hearing.
It
Thank
looks.
you.
It doesn't look quite as good that I told you we didn't need to do it. You did it anyway. But
Doesn't that mean I'm like an overachiever?
it means you don't take direction well. Round number 6!
Thea will run back to her little notebook and write down, dang it, are you kidding me? No more running levels. Kicking off round number 6.
All right, I see this thing coming towards me, and I think, yeah, maybe I will love it. Maybe I'll give it a hug, and I'll go towards it, and then as I'm away, and I'm thinking, no. I'm going to use an action to shake off the status effect.
Okay.
And then because I'm going in to give it a hug anyway, I think, oh, maybe I lean into it, and so I pretend like I'm still in the effect of like, oh, I love you. Give me a hug, and I get right up close to him. And then I'm going to wrap around him for a hug. But I'm a constrictor snake, bitch! Yeah! I'm going to make an attack roll. With a power-up and a status effect.
All right.
The status effect will be crushed, I suppose. Here we go. Power-up, status effect, second action. Here we go.
Yeah! All of it
You need
rolled
this to be
in!
better than a 9, you son of a bitch.
11 versus a 10. It's gonna
It
hit.
is good enough! You did it! That will do 4 points of damage. That's a lot. That's a lot, in case you
5
didn't
points,
know.
Right? 5 points?
4.
That's 3 from power-up.
3 from the power up.
Three from the power up.
One
One
from
from
the status effect.
1 from the status effect, and then there will be 1 if he doesn't clear the status effect.
Yeah, so 1 from base, 1 from
The
status effect,
3
and then I
replaces
also
the
added
base.
power-up.
The power up replaces
replaces
the base.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's where we were going wrong. Yeah.
4 is
Yeah.
still really good, though, so you shouldn't
It's
be
a lot.
disappointed in yourself.
You just healed 5, so I was
Yeah.
hoping for another 5 to get rid of
That's
that
right.
heroic surge. Since I wasted mine, I would have did to have wasted his. All right, so I'm now constricted around him. He has the status effect on him, and you said that my special move isn't an action.
It is not. You can apply that whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So I am going to second attack, crush down even tighter, wrap even further, but get a couple more coils of my body around him. I'm going to go with a power up on this one as well. Try and get him down as quickly as I can here.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, so close to a 20.
16 to hit.
Oh,
Dirty 20 to
shut
defend.
down.
Too many tendrils. My last action.
You find
I'm
yourself
gonna try
getting
again.
lost
I'm out
into
of
it.
power ups now.
Okay.
One more tendril in the mix
Power
of
ups. The
things.
adrenalines don't do anything, right? I've just got 2, and they're just
Yeah.
a count of
Yeah.
getting towards a fatigue. Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
All right. So my last action, and if I get a nat 1 on this, I get another fatigue.
If you get a
Yeah.
nat 20 or a nat 1, you gain another fatigue.
A nat 20 or a nat 1, I get a fatigue.
'Cause
so
you're-
there's a
you've
10%
already got
chance I get
2
another fatigue and
adrenalines.
die
Correct.
Yes.
before I get off my
Yes.
status effect. Okay.
Yes. Correct, Amundo.
Before I get off my special action.
Yes.
10%. That's not much, right?
Well, 20.
I'm gonna make it. All
Because
right.
each is 10%, right? No, 5% each. Yeah, you're sorry. I'm sorry.
5% each.
All right, here we go. I'm going to make my final attack more of the same, just trying to constrict around, trying to get more of my coils of my body around him so that I can do my special effect. Oh, that's good. That's
Dirty
good.
20 to hit.
That's 20.
That's safe. That's safe.
14. It's
Versus
gonna
a
hit.
All right, excellent.
You're
Crushing
effective.
in. So I'm getting him tightened as I can, and now that I've got my body in position, I'm all out of actions for the turn. But now I get to finally use my my special effect, the Big Squeeze. I'm going to use as a constricting ability, and they are going to lose another action while I'm wrapped around them. So they're losing one from the status effect that I hit them with, another one on this one, and I'm going to crush into them, and whilever I'm crushed around them, they'll have one fewer action, and it takes them an action to free themselves from it.
That's
cool.
All right,
Which is why I was trying to get rid of your actions before. Because I was like, I want you to remain within me as much as possible. I was trying to get you poisoned to remove an action, buried to remove an action, and constricted to remove action, and none of them hit.
And
You're showing your cards. You gotta hide those suckers.
That was
Don't tell them.
that was a power up, correct? That you hit with the power up on the last one.
On that,
Yes.
I hit them with one of the power ups.
Okay, cool.
One of my power ups. The other one missed.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. So we were.
That is all of my turn. He is now officially constricted and under the effect of the Big Squeeze.
Yes. Yes. So in that last one, because that hit, like, does that do 2 damage on top of that?
But the power up did 3.
With that last one, it was my special effect, not a power up. So I don't
Okay.
believe it does extra damage. It just is.
You're
It's
correct.
just my special effect.
Yeah. So that puts them both at 7
It
fighting
basically
spirit.
removes one of his actions whenever he's under the effect of my.
Got it. Back down to 3 then on that end. Yeah, keep flexing. Just keep that going constantly. As you're doing this, you are not allowed to unflex.
I have to stay like this the whole time.
Yeah, you might pass out eventually. So that'll be also interesting.
I've got 4 out of 5 fatigue, so
Fatigue, yeah, this is it. You gotta hold on to this.
acting.
Robbie,
Method acting!
it is your turn, and
Method!
you are constricted. If you choose to break out of that constriction, you need to spend an action. You also have a status effect, which would cost you an action, and you have lost an action because you're constricted. So, whatever you want to do, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put this kid to sleep in some sort of snake.
We are in trouble. And you can see the hunger and the child sort of fighting, and you can see like parts of the hunger like breaking away, and you see Robbie's face kind of like peel out from it for a second. Don't worry, buddy. We can get out of this. Don't forget about the power of friendship. And it's gonna re-entomb him again. And I will use my first action to remove the status effect. And I'm going to use my second action to attempt to break free from this grapple. Is this a roll, or is it just happen?
I think you just use an action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use the second one to like squeeze out. Ruby, you can hear the bones of Robbie kind of like breaking a little bit as the hunger like forces him out. And I am going to use my last action to... The tendrils are going to shoot out and stick into the ground in all directions, and slowly take on the same look and color of the snow as I take the hide action and camouflage the hunger in the child, and that'll be my turn.
All right, very well.
Hiding.
You'll impose a disadvantage on his first attack, and I believe we're ready for round number 7.
It is. This is round number 7. I'm telling the 2 of you, I want somebody dead soon, or else.
I'm trying. I'm surprised I'm not been consumed already.
I'm just gonna slither out towards in the direction that he went and just kind of put my head down and charge. I'm just gonna hope to hit him. So first attack in his general direction with disadvantage. So that is gonna be a 15 or an 8.
Okay. Shut down either way with a
Almost
21. I know. You dodged it though. That's important.
Pretty sure that I was on target, so I just slam into what I think is just this big mound of snow over the top of him, and it's actually just a big mound of snow over a rock. Ah!
Why am I here? Okay. Shake it off, turn around. I'm afraid I've only got one trick left. I'm going to... there's a name for it. I can't remember it now.
Think, Ruby!
Some kind
Use
of
that brain
morphosis.
of yours!
It's not coming. He is going to basically start to consume himself. He's going to turn around and he's going to start to eat his own tail.
Like an Ouroboros?
Yeah, like an Ouroboros. And he's going to do this to not only give himself the fuel, because basically he's going to give himself the immediate fuel, the bloodlust and stuff, the fuel of it. He's going to give himself another injury. So what I'm hoping for is that by doing this, I'm going to give myself X amount of fighting spirit damage at your choice in order to give myself another power-up.
Ooh.
I'm going to use an action to try and exchange some amount of my fighting spirit, what you guys think is fair, for me to eat some of myself, damage myself, but to power myself up in the short term.
That's cool.
That I can then use on my last action as an attack.
Roll me a
Yeah.
D20.
Here we go.
Oh
Ah,
my
for fuck's
gosh.
sake.
This one.
You don't. This is not for your fatigue. With that nat one though, you can consume yourself for the power up, but you will take the equal amount of damage. You will take 3 damage in order to deal 3 damage.
I will do it. I will take 1, 2, 3 damage to give myself a power up. So then, and that's an action to consume myself, I imagine. So then I've got 2 actions left. I am going to charge at him. Just raging and blood coming out of my mouth and just like trail of blood left behind. I've eaten now more of myself than a snake can possibly survive, because it's not just the tip of the tail that's been chopped off anymore. It's like a significant amount of blood damage, blood loss coming. I just rage towards him. And I'm going to make an attack roll with a power-up in tow. No, actually, I'm going to keep that power-up for my last one. I've got 2 actions. My first action is to try and soften him up without the power-up. Fuck,
Smart choice. Yeah, good idea to save that power-up.
Just to distract him, knock him off balance, and then the second one comes in. I'm going to whip around, and I'm going to try and, like a giraffe fighting. You ever seen giraffes fight? They use their necks, and they just bring them out.
Yeah, they swing that sucker around.
I pick out my one tooth, and I take a big old swing up, and with a power-up, I'm going to try and stab him with my one remaining fang. I'm going to use up that power-up, use up that last action. Come on, dice, work with me.
16.
That's better.
That's good enough, is what it counts.
Good enough.
That's right. Woo!
That
Doing 3 more damage as you sling your neck around. And a quick question from the Acolytes as they observe this. When you consumed yourself, did you also consume your cloaca?
Great question.
Yeah, I've eaten my lower half. My lower intestines are now hanging out the back of me.
Perfect. Now, if my numbers are correct, we're then still equal in the fighting spirit, 4-4 at this point, because that power-up took down.
Anybody's game.
Yeah, it's still going strong. You're still on your 4 fatigue. Yeah, you're in the clear.
And Robbie Hunger is
4
3
fatigues.
fatigues. Oh, he has 4
He's at
fatigues.
4.
That's right. But he also
He
got
has
one
2
of the
because
box
of
of
the
chaos. Yeah, and he had the box of chaos that gave him the option that he gets up to 6 fatigues before he dies.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
The dice are gonna come up, Robert. Here we go.
Keep thinking that.
Said
Keep
no
thinking
one
that.
ever. All right. Robbie, the hunger.
Only the hunger. No more Robbie. Get it right.
Robbie's still there. You can see him. He's like all. I mean,
No,
he's
he
like.
wants to go by the hunger, and we respect that.
There's like
we are
20%.
the hunger and the child, and you, terrestrial limbless one, are quite an opponent, and your biomass will do well to lift up the sack of flesh. I am going to skitter forward towards him. Tendrils are going to shoot into the ground and then sort of like crack underneath and launch up in these spikes, trying to pierce our buddy.
Ooh!
8 to hit.
8 for the spikes. That's not bad. That's not bad.
With spikes, this is.
12 on the fence.
Dodging,
That's
just flailing.
That's a lot of sound for dodging. I'm quite impressed.
Lot of-
Actually.
Most of it was dying.
The tendrils that missed as they struck out of the ground now all kind of crack outward and tear and are going to create a fissure. I'm going to use my last status effect as I try to have the ruby plummet into this fissure as the ground is tore open and maybe get wedged between some jagged rocks.
Metal as fuck. Let's go.
Yes. Open up that chasm. See what snake falls in. Oh,
30, 20 to hit.
20. Dang.
14 to defend. It's gonna hit. That's gonna deal 2 points.
Ruby in their mind reaches out to grab the ledge. Again, just forgetting they don't have limbs to do so. Just oh, that's right. And then
I'm going to use one action to
one fighting, two fighting for that.
Yes, 2 because of the status effect. Yeah.
That takes you down to 2 if I do my math correct.
2 hit points.
Ooh. That makes me change what I might want to do a little
Ooh.
bit.
Oh. Go for the kill.
Let's see if we can end this. And I have 2 actions left. I'm going to use both of them as attacks. I'm committing to it now.
Go for it.
Do it. Okay.
Oh, it's a 4 to hit.
First one's a 4. First one's a 4.
First one denied.
12.
As that 12 will swat it away.
I just bite one of the tendrils and tear it. No!
Oh,
You cannot defeat me!
You still feel pain. Ouch.
Natural 20!
That's right. That's the blood that we need. Describe in this moment as you go for that final kill.
As the
If I get a net 20 on my defense,
You would have to
it-
defend with a
does it do
nat
anything?
20. Yes. But
Go for it.
let me tell you this. On a tie, both players take a fatigue.
Yes.
here we go!
Sorry. I know I cut you off, but I did not have any hope for you to run a nat 20. All right.
I roll.
The hunger. Yes.
The hunger is going to, like a zipper, unfold around the child as Robbie Clark, looking fresh and new, as if a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. His clothing unusually clean. His looking almost exactly like he did when the fight started. Oh, hey down there! Oh, it looks like the hunger said that we're gonna consume you. That sounds fun.
You're not even touched. How did that? What have I even?
These tentacles are going to launch down and just start sort of like a bunch of lampreys or leeches just start like trying to like suck up your biomass. It was sure fun playing. I'm excited for you to become one of the giant biomass.
As you become that biomass, what runs through Ruby's mind in those fleeting moments? You feel yourself starting to be taken away.
Just the website that we're halfway through working on that's never going to be finished now.
No! Not an unfinished website. Do we have the domain name for it? Please tell me it's something great.
It's roberthartleygm.com. Which, at time of recording, is an unfinished website. It is available, and you can go to it, but there's not a lot on there yet.
And there never will be.
There never will be now. Gotta commit to the bit and never finish my website.
In those moments as you disappear, the Acolytes erupt in applause, standing ovation to the hunger and the child. Now our victors in the scene. Lord of Fate, the floor is yours.
You, child! You have proved yourself
That's me.
a mighty warrior somehow. I still don't understand, and for the public record, I still would rather have had a middle-aged adult fighting here, but with the economy, it's hard to find Anyway, you, champion, look around at the Acolytes. Do you have anything that you wish them to know?
I sure do. Hi there. My name's Robbie Clark. This is my friend the Hunger. And as I said at the beginning, we're adventurers here to stop crime and to stop the bad guys. And that's what we did today, and that's what we're going to do again. And if you ever see us, you better get ready to join the collective bioconsciousness.
That was riveting. Thea, I think now that the deathmatch is done, send the Acolytes home.
What, that's it? No! They get to join in on the feast. I brought all the nachos and hot dogs afterwards.
Fine. Nachos and hot dogs. Get them going though.
That's right, Acolytes. Join us for the after party where we have nachos and hot dogs. Because welcome and good night to D20 Deathmatch!